Welcome to a brand new episode of Exposed. I'm one of your hosts, Jessica Deer.
And I'm the Hugurate Cross. We have a lot in store for you on this month's episode of Exposed. First up, Jessica interviewed the post-secondary counselor at the Kahnawake Education Center.
So let's take a look at that interview. Chris Leclaire is the new post-secondary counselor at the Kahnawake Education Center. He fills the position of Nadine Mentor, who is now the coordinator at the Center for Native Education at Concordia University. So welcome to the show, Chris. Thanks for letting me interview you.
No problem.
First, what type of experience do you bring to this position?
The two most applicable experiences over my career that apply to the Kahnawake Education Center. From 2000 to 2007, I was in promotion and education at Kahnawake Community Services. I did a lot of work with youth promoting and education in a number of different areas. And I also did a 14-month contract at S02E05 in the Employment and Training Division, where I was an employment counselor. A lot of the functions we do here at the Kahnawake Education Center were very similar. We do specifically post-secondary, whereas S02E05 does academic / vocational programs. So a lot of the things that I do here at the Kahnawake Education Center are very similar. We provide counseling services, we provide funding for tuition, allowances, and other benefits for students. So granted that I'm 8 weeks into this new position, I feel right at home here. It's been a fantastic experience.
So like you said, it's only been 2 months. How has the job been so far?
Oh, it's great. It's fantastic. I mean, I've always been a big proponent of education. I myself have a bachelor's degree in social work from McGill University in 1999, and I'm continuing to use the Education Center services for my graduate diploma program that I'm in currently in management. So a lot of the schooling that I've actually acquired over the years have helped me to a large degree, and my kind of outgoing personality has also contributed to it's been a really good particular experience. I get to meet people, I get to talk about education. It's really, really nice.
Can you tell me what type of services are offered here at the Ed Center to Kahnawakes post-secondary students?
We provide two levels of services for college and university. They're a little bit different in terms of the rates and the different things that we do, but primarily we provide for tuition for Quebec-based CEGEPs and universities. We also provide allowances for students as kind of an incentive for them to continue on with their educational services. We provide contingency benefits in terms of childcare, special shelter benefits, as well as a few other things that we have here. So a lot of the benefits that we actually do are money oriented, but we also do the actual counseling. We go online, we look at different programs, and that's my point that I make, so that when somebody comes in, we look at the different programs. When we first meet, we look at your grades, we find what you like, what you dislike, and then from there we can start deciding upon what program, at the college or university level, for the students to move forward in. So that's just a small listing of what we actually provide here.
So the March 1st deadline is quickly approaching. Have you seen a lot of students coming in asking questions about how to apply to post-secondary institutions?
Yeah, I've encouraged a lot of people to make an appointment as soon as possible. You can reach me here at the Ed Center at 450-632-8770. You must apply with us for funding by March 1st, but you also must apply to a majority of the CEGEPs and universities by March 1st as well, online. Now, I can sit with you and we can go online to actually do it here. Some of the questions and the application process can be a little lengthy, but you have to apply with the school and with us by March 1st.
So this episode is airing on March 1st. There may be some students who are watching this that are thinking about school, and now it's, I guess, the deadline has passed. What can they do?
Well, for certain CEGEP, most CEGEPs and certain programs within CEGEPs, you can apply for a winter semester, particularly in reference to social science. So say you don't have prerequisites to say get into nursing or pure and applied. There are many different ways that you can actually do it. I mean, it's kind of very involved, and I encourage people to look at themselves and look at their academic record. And if you don't have a lot of prerequisites, I mean, some programs will give you a conditional acceptance, for the fall to bring your grades up to take the prerequisites, and then in the winter you can apply full time for whatever program that you're interested in. But you need to look at each individual program, because there's so many different programs, and even though they have a March 1st deadline, a lot of the prerequisites from, say, psychology or nursing or any of the varied programs are different. So whatever you're interested in, come see me, we can look at it, and then we can see, okay, what do you need to get in?
I remember when I was in high school, I was like kind of going crazy, worrying about applying to CEGEP, and then it seemed like, CEGEP, I just got into CEGEP and I was already doing the same thing about university. I just went through this whole process of like being stressed out in high school, like trying to get ready to apply to CEGEP, and then all of a sudden like, oh my God, I have to do the same thing. So when is a good time to start thinking about university or CEGEP?
I think it's important to emphasize that education is like an ongoing, continual process. Even myself, being out of a bachelor level program for many years, I've gone back for my graduate diploma. I'm currently, in that part-time. So you have to come to the realization that education is always ongoing. Whether you get into a particular organization or you open up your own business, sooner or later, every 5 years, it's good to I guess, educate yourself, if you want to call it that. Take a certificate program, get a couple classes underneath your belt. It's always an ongoing process. To answer the question specifically, start as early as you can. It's never too late to start thinking about a program, start thinking about a career path. And you can come see me, and through our interview and through our talk, we can start saying, okay, well, what do you like? What do you dislike? Let's look at your academic record. What are you strong in? Do you like doing writing? Do you like math? Do you like any of these types of skills that you may be good in? And then from there, if you're strong in writing or math, did you ever think about doing that as a career? That's the thing that I try to encourage everyone. Start thinking about it all the time. I mean, take half a day on a Sunday or something like that, and really think what it is that you want to do as part of your career. So to foster that, to encourage that, that's some of the things that I really like doing. I like sitting and talking and explaining that.
And so finally, how can people contact you?
You can contact me here at the Education Center, 450-632-8770. It'd be good to, when you call me, to set up an appointment so that we can, look at your record, we can look at things online, and then we can start, making a little plan about how to apply for post-secondary education.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Well, that was really informative. My experience as a post-secondary student, it's really helpful to have this kind of a guidance counselor to point us in the right direction. And I recently booked an appointment with him as well, and was really helpful in guiding me in the right direction to applying to school.
Mm-hmm. So I think you should book an appointment with him if you need some help with applying for post-secondary institutions or what be it. But right now we have to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be back with more Exposed.